Okay, let's try an experiment here. I'm going to try to shoot this video and give you a point of view as to how I see things. I'm going to use a hammerstone to start out on this gnarly piece of Texas here, and you're going to see it as I see it. That's a good flake right there. As you can see, it comes off. It was struck in this area here, which caused that fracture to bring that flake off. Okay, so we'll start out with a hammerstone, and if all goes well, I'll switch it over to moose antler billet. I'm just kind of catching the edge. Okay, let's take this end off here. See, I just struck it right in this area here, and the energy caused a fracture and brought that off. Now I hit it on this angle, and that created this flake here. Now that's a really good flake for doing skinning and things like that, because that flake already has a nice sharp edge. This one's not so much because it does have cortex, but future flakes will definitely show more sharp edge. Okay. Again, here's the platform. Sorry, my phone always rings when I'm doing anything. Strike it here, release that flake. Let's see what the moose billet's going to do here. Okay, that grabs the stone nicely. And now and then when I want to take a bigger flake with the antler, I like to use an abrader. You can see that I have been scratching in this area here, and that gives me a little more grip because I need to toughen up this edge before I strike it. Otherwise, if it's too sharp, it'll just crush the edge. But by doing that, that removes a nice flat, thin flake. Okay, struck it here. Again, produced another flake. Now this one is I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's razor sharp, and you can see through the edge. I don't think I've got any leather here. Usually in my bag I've got a piece of leather to cut, but this edge here is just as sharp as a razor. So that's a flake you want to keep. What I want to do is I want to get into this thickness here. So I think what I'll do is try to trim away. I'm going to trim this back. So you strike it on top, lets the flake come underneath. And that sets me up for removing the flake that I want to come right down through here. This is early stages of percussion, and you try to make as much happen here as you can. Okay, I struck just to the side of the high spot. I consider this the highest spot, and I just struck a little bit to the side, and that removed a really nice flake adjacent to it. So now I can strike that and continue to thin that high spot out. I'll keep that one too. Okay, a little more abrasion here. And I'm going to strike this flake right on this platform here. So let's see how this goes. Okay, that caught it just a little bit off the side, but yet it still removed a very nice flake. Interesting little flake that came off as a side note here is a microblade. I don't know how well you can see this, but this little microblade was a tool that was often used for fine detailed work. This thing is a little razor, and it's just about as sharp as anything you can imagine, and that's a good little tool right there. Even has a little graver tip to it. So don't throw your flakes away. You may need to use them for other things. I'm going to start striking in here. That took out that area there. And a little more up in this area. Okay. Now with those two gone, I can drive a flake in this area here. See, I took one here and one here. I want to take this. So let's see if I can land the billet there. It's a good stout platform. Get the right spot. Look at that. Now, I had to hit that a few times because I wasn't sure how heavy that platform was, but it came off nice and flat, and it's exactly the way you want your flake to come off. There's one here. I always look at these lines, the juncture between the flakes. That's called an eris. It's not important, but if you want to name things, that's the name that was given to it. And that's a good thing to put in the center of your platform, which is this prepared edge here. You can see that that's ground. This is sharper here. That's ground there. So if you hit on the eris, that energy that you impact into that, see this small little point of impact here? That little point? That followed that eris right down through here and took that flake off. Now this flake here is ideal for making a small bird point. So anyway, that was just a quick look and an experiment to see if this camera will show a point of view as to how things are when I knap. And if this works out, we'll make a few more detailed videos and hopefully help people get through some tough spots as they learn to knap. So thanks for watching.